Hey, Grace family. It's Pastor Heidi Torgerson bringing you greetings from what is currently the most benign looking corner of our living room at home in Oak Park. It is my joy and my privilege to be saying hello to you on this, what is my first official week in ministry with and among you. And as we get started in ministry together, friends, I just want to acknowledge how wrong all this feels. Like, I shouldn't be looking to greet you from the cleanest corner of my living room at home. Instead, we should be greeting each other warmly as we come in or out of worship together, or as we make the rounds around the fellowship hall together, or as I come to join you for lunch in your workplaces, or come and meet with you in your home or in other places that are important to you and to the people that you love. And instead, here we are, separated from one another. It's a hard time to be beginning a new call. But I also firmly believe, friends, that there has never been a better time to be the church. Because you know, just as I know, that the church has never been about the buildings in which we gather, gorgeous though Grace's is. It has always been about us, God's beloved ones, who are seeking to be faithful to the things that God is calling us to in this complicated and broken world that God still loves and calls good. It's a hard time to be beginning a new call. But there's never been a better time to be the church. And right now, what it means to be the church is that we are showing the world what it means to love our sicker ones, and our weaker ones, and our older ones, and our most vulnerable ones who have always had a special place in God's heart. We are witnessing to Jesus' love for the most vulnerable by staying physically separate from one another during this time and into the foreseeable future. But that doesn't mean that ministry stops, because we also trust in Jesus, who tells us that wherever 2 or 3 are gathered in his name, he is there among them. And it doesn't matter if the community that in which we are gathered is virtual. Jesus shows up, friends, within us, between us, and the spaces that separate us. Jesus fills them in with love and care in the midst of fear and uncertainty. And we trust the presence of Jesus and the leading of Jesus as our staff and our members and our council and our team leaders and our musicians are continuing to engage in faithful ministry in new and creative ways, drawing on resources that we didn't even know we had within us. But look at us, being the church in this hard time. We're about to come into Holy Week, friends. This week in which we celebrate the central story of our faith. And though it breaks my heart that we are not going to be able to gather in the ways that we have always gathered, trust me when I say that it breaks my heart to think that we're going to be missing the incredible music and pageantry and joy and beauty of worship at Grace in the way that I know that it has always been done. But I also think that as we get ready for Holy Week, to celebrate in some simpler ways, in some newer ways that you're going to hear more about from me later this week. That we have an opportunity to celebrate the central story of our faith in a way that actually reflects it. Because we know through Jesus that God is most present in the midst of suffering. And we know through the story of Jesus' life and death and resurrection that God is always, always working to bring new life where we in the world can only see death. So we continue forward in welcoming this Holy Week, trusting in God's continued presence with us. And as we engage in ministry together, know that I pray for you daily, that it's my joy to come among you as your pastor, even as we are distant from one another. Now I'm going to take a little bit of a risk here because my family also wants to bring you greetings, but they thought it would be, speaking up, come here, bud. They thought it would be much more fun to bring you greetings, not from the clean corner of our house, but instead from the tent that we decided to pitch in our living room the other day. So Sebastian's going to join the rest of the crew over here in the tent where my family is going to say hello.
Hi. Go.
Uh-huh.
Hi, I'm Sebastian. And my favorite thing is Star Wars.
And how old are you?
5.
Hi, my name is Kate. And my favorite thing is engineering.
And how old are you?
I'm 7.5.
What grade are you in?
I'm in first grade, and all my favorite animals are tigers, bunnies, chicks, and sheep.
Hi, I'm Oli. I'm in 6th grade and I am 11 3/4. My favorite thing is probably drawing and making Lego.
And my name is Jason, and I'm a pastor at Trinity Lutheran Church. And one of my favorite things is coffee, and also this tent. Bye.
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 Bye.